What's going on, box fans? Joe Williams with the distance. I'm here to give you my weekend wrap up video. This week, I've been preparing for this upcoming show, 12th and final round. My my post fight show featuring Joe Abib, JR 503 JR, and Dragon Style 619 is my co-host as well. It takes place tomorrow fall in the Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto matchup. I believe it's 11:30, 12:30 Eastern time. So be on the lookout for the show. Because a lot of people are gonna be waiting for videos and stuff. But what's the point of waiting for videos when you have a post-fight radio show when we're gonna be talking for at least 2 3 hours about the fight and more. And we're gonna be talking about who may face Pacquiao or Cotto, whoever wins the matchup, and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about the undercard, and onto the undercard. The undercard is gonna feature Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who draws a lot of fans for pay-per-view cards. His pay-per-view cards are very successful, even though he's fighting unnamed opponents and pretty much fringes. But also a really good matchup, Daniel Santos versus Yuri Foreman. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. With the real WBO light middleweight championship on the line. Not the little interim title, but the real title. And for some reason, I like Yuri Foreman in this matchup. He's very technical and he does everything well. So I actually think Yuri Foreman could win this matchup. Just based on technicality, he could. I like to see Foreman, just stand straight up and throw his right, his straight right hand. That's gonna be his bread and butter. I think, standing straight up and throwing the straight right hand, and hitting him with the overhand left hook. I think that could beat Santos, but you can't count Santos out. But I see this is another matchup that could go either way, because you get a technical fighter and a veteran fighter. So Santos is gonna know how to fight this fight against Yuri Foreman. And a lot of people think Yuri Foreman is still green, but I think he's ready for this opportunity. And this matchup is, I'm actually looking forward to this matchup just as much as Pacquiao Cotto. Just because I'm a big boxing fan. I like all kinds of boxing. I like technical fights and I like action-packed fights. And Foreman versus Santos comes down to who's the smarter fighter. And Santos is a smarter fighter, but it's like who will use their advantages over the other fighter's disadvantages. And this is what you get in a fight, featuring technicality is who's smarter, who's the better jabber, who moves better, and and the list just goes back and forth. So, but for some reason, I just see Yuri Foreman getting the victory. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Santos got the victory. That's another pick'em fight on the card. But other than that, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., as I mentioned before, is fighting, and and then on to the main event, Pacquiao versus Cotto. And I did choose Cotto to win it by a seventh, eighth round, knockout. I think he may catch Pacquiao with a shot that hurts him. But this is the real test for Pacquiao. See if he could really fight the welterweight fight, take the welterweight punch, and or even take Cotto's left hook to the body. This is the true test for Manny Pacquiao. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Manny Pacquiao fan. I respect what the man has done, and I'm a Miguel Cotto fan as well. I'm a fan of boxing, but we all have different breakdowns of the fight. It's like on Rope Dope Radio the other day. Me and Ashley had Cotto, JR, Beeb, and Carlito had Pacquiao. Even Dragon has Pacquiao, and then a lot of my subscribers are saying are on the fence. So like some are saying Cotto's gonna win, some are saying Pacquiao's gonna win. So this is bringing a lot of intrigue and interest inside the YouTube box community, because a lot of people have different opinions, and this goes on to prove it. And this is why this was a good matchup to make. And people are blasting the idea saying Bob Arum wanted all this money in house, but you can't really blame him, because Golden Boy, when they had the Mayweather Marcus card, that was that was pretty much a in-house type event as well, and it did 1 million buys, but nobody was really complaining about that. But Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto, people are complaining, saying say Shane Mosley said they're trying to keep the money in house and stuff. But it's like this: if you had the fighters, and you know that you're gonna get a lot of money off of this fight, and this could be the biggest fight of the year, you might as well, put your two top level fighters who are in the same weight division against each other. That's just what I think is good. The good of the matchup. But the catchweight BS in the matchup isn't cool at all. I hear it's for the welterweight championship, and I don't see any reason for it to be for the welterweight championship if the fight's at a catchweight. Because a welterweight matchup is in between 141 and 147 pounds. So charging money for being over this catchweight is ridiculous. But we have no say in what happens. Bob Arum, Manny Pacquiao's camp, and Miguel Cotto's camp all agreed to it. So we can't really do nothing about it. Catchweights are gonna happen. So, but I got Miguel Cotto by like a 7th round TKO in this matchup, and the undercard matchups should go the distance. I wouldn't be surprised if Chavez Jr. got a knockout on the card. I wouldn't be surprised. But other than that, all the matchups on the undercard are probably going to go the full 10 or 12. But this is actually a good undercard. I wish I would the Salida versus Khan. I wish that one could have took place on the undercard, but it's not. But that one's taking place in December. But I will do a prediction on that soon. But the big fight is this weekend. Catch the post-fight show on Rope It Up Radio. I'll post the link on the side here. And and on top of that, we got a pre-fight show tonight. I'm following 24/7. So be sure to listen to us. Immediately following 24/7. And I believe we are taking turns hosting. I believe either me or Dragon either me, Dragon, or JR will be hosting tomorrow night. But I expect a huge turnout. I hope my subscribers and the people subscribe to the 12th and final round tune into our show, listen to what we have to say. It takes place around 11:30 tomorrow. So be on Blog Talk Radio and prepare for the show. It's going to be something special and exciting. This is the first for the YouTube boxing community, and tomorrow's going to be a very special night. But big up to my co-hosts on the 12th and final round, Joe Beeb, Dragon Style, and JR, and big up to a few well, actually there's a new channel, Linnell, and he has a number behind it, but Linnell, he's a new channel, so be on the lookout for him. And Sandalo 3, another new channel, and be sure to check out the YTBC .weebly.com YouTube Community Boxing Awards, and big up to Other Free Creations, because he's a important figure in the YouTube boxing community, and he may not have long left because he's in college, and I think he's about to graduate, but he's a good guy, and I wish the best for everybody that's in the little award thing. I'm up for a few, so but I'm glad that people have nominated me and stuff and voted for me, and I'm gonna continue to post videos that that everybody wants to see, despite the fact that I've actually been getting more hate mail, which is, I guess, is a part of the community. But I've had, I got an advice from some of the best, in the community. Said, hey man, you're doing a good job, and my subscribers as well. So and you can, and whoever keeps going around and clicking 1 star on my videos, you're not really doing anything to me. It doesn't matter to me if you like my videos or not. Honestly don't care, because I'm gonna keep posting. But anyway, big up to Boxing Story, and check out the boxingstory.com. Check out my boy Ashy Knuckles, mandatory-defense-boxing.com. Check out, and be sure to check out the matchup tomorrow night: Miguel Cotto versus Manny Pacquiao, WBO welterweight championship on the line. Anyway, that was the distance. Have a good weekend, enjoy the fights, and be sure to tune into the 12th and final round tomorrow following the fight. Anyway, take it easy. God bless. Peace.